before the love, seduction. He dropped hints that my lip tint reminded him of crossing the Mason-Dixie, where the familiar scent of honeysuckle, the clamor of just married kicking cans, and a fumbling of belt buckles gave way to honeymoons dripping onto blueberry skies. Our eyes met and whetted my appetite for intimacy, while the intricacies of his palms made the backs of my knees blush. His fingertips read the goosebumps. His fingertips read the braille of my goosebumps and promised favors I could never have the nerve to ask for. The sounds of his affection vibrated off the pinkish browns of my perfection, and I knew this would be no ordinary love. After the love, nightstand. He was a riddle, wrapped inside of an enigma, and I was a pig in a blanket. The air was filled with ulterior motives. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. This was not the time for criticisms chock full of insults, nor was it a moment for lackluster pleasantries. So I stepped out of my shell to eliminate the guesswork of trying to figure me out. My figure he outlined with his eyes glued to my neckline, curvature of lower spine behind me lay my John's wrinkled linens, beetles clicking and screeching in the moonlight while he boogied to the rhythm of my left leg. Candlelight danced in the gaps in my smile, and his sweat smelled of purple-colored caramel. When he rapped on the doors of my sleeping womb, I died in his arms, and the afterlife never felt so grand. And he lay there still while my syrups flowed warm, sugary, sweet, and arthritic joints took over the consistency of a wet noodle. Our energies puddled beneath us, and we became one. An out-of-body experience. I watched myself get beside myself. That man, a mere reflection of my own self, well, he said I caused his amethyst to spark and his chest to wheeze. An infectious laugh reprieves me for a time until morn, when I'll be forlorn of comfort, tugging at my skin, which for some reason don't seem to quite fit, cause daylight unearths the hard-featured foulings which at night masqueraded in Mardi Gras beads, and I'll sit with the reality of the morning that I was the riddle, wrapped inside of a man who was a pig in a blanket. And here's the old one. I guess you can call this one after the love. It's called The Shit Is Crack. Some of y'all know. Love is whack. I mean, the shit is like crack. One taste and it'll have you hooked. I mean, it even changes the way you look, so now everybody knows you're on it, and your family's mad because they never see you anymore, and they're afraid you're gonna get hurt if you don't stop, but you reassure them that you only do love socially, and you can stop at any time you please, but once you become addicted, you find yourself in strange places like on your knees, cause nigga, I'll suck your dick. Anything for free, hit, but love ain't free. The shit costs, and you can always have it in your life before a small fee, of course, but then you become the neighborhood love head. Cause you always high, trying to get everybody else to give it a try, asking any and everybody for help cause you just gotta have it. But they tell you, get the fuck out of here, we ain't supporting your habit. This love shit ain't no joke. I mean, the shit is like coke, you can feel it in your veins as it starts to take over you. It'll have your nose wide open while you constantly hoping for another snort of that boy. And just the thought of that boy got you caught on that boy. And these chicks is thieves in the streets, so you fought for that boy, you spent all your dough, and you bought that boy. Then you brought that boy back to your crib, you about to snort that boy. This love shit will really have you bugging. I'm talking every few minutes drugging while you're campaigning as friends talking, just say no. You know that all you gotta do is say yes. And you can float higher than the heavens above, become a love whore. Now you fucking for love, you just a sucker for love. And you don't need to eat cause the shit fills you. I mean, you love till the shit in nearly kills you. When at the end of your rope, that's when they save you. Destiny and fate, do they resuscitate you? But then you escape from the halfway house. So now it's kind of like you're halfway cat and halfway mouse, both predator and prey rolled into one, because you chase love one day and the next day from love you run. And now your old friends hardly notice you. And your whole family cold shouldered you. You can't believe how you let it take control of you. Because you said, I want to be on love. Because it used to feel nice. But then it turned mean, so now you cry every night because you want to be clean, want to be seen by your neighbors as more than a fiend. So you go to the 12-step joint, where the 12 steps point you in another way, but you struggle every other day with the first step, because you haven't come to terms yet. The first step to conquering your problem is admitting that you have one. This love shit is a bad one. They say it's better to lose it than to never have had one, but I don't think they had one. You wouldn't want to lose it if you had one. That's why they had one. I had one. So now I'm using poetry like a rehab son, but memories remind me of when we had fun, so I can't quit while the turkey is cold. Because every time I turn my back, it's like I fall off track, and then I turn right back just for one more time, just for one more line. And once it gets into my system,